Om Shanti and welcome for today's meditation. Today evening we are going to see how we can use the filter, the happy energy and positive attitude filter for our mind to keep it pollution free. So as a part of this 14-day pledge to make our mind pollution free, we'll look at the filters for the mind that we can use. So we'll start with the short meditation. Shanti. Sit relaxed. Keeping aside everything from the outside. Keeping aside all the busyness of the day and all the task lists. Take this time to go on this inward journey, to explore your internal world. Relaxing your body. Gently focus on that self that is guiding, one that is thinking, the one that is seeing, the one that is listening. Who is that one? It is not the mouth that is the speaker. It is not the ears that is the listener. It is not the eyes that is the observer. Is it the skin or the hand that's the perceiver of touch? Check for yourself. Who is it that is doing all these things? It is the inner energy, the conscious being that is the real self. That life energy. that is the observer. Observing everything of the outside world through these eyes as its instruments, as its camera to see the outside world. This energy, the soul that is listening through the ears, that is speaking through the mouth, that is perceiving the smell through the nose as its instrument, and that's perceiving the touch through skin and hands. All these are mere instruments for the inner being, the real self, the soul. This is why the soul is called the master. Soul is the experiencer, is the observer. The soul is separate from each one of these. It's separate from the eyes, separate from the ears. Soul is the operator, and these are the instruments. Spiritual energy, life energy that is immortal and eternal is who I am. I, the energy of peace, energy of love and happiness. I'm using these instruments of this physical body to perceive the outside environment, to perceive the world around through this instrument of the body. At every moment, the experiencer is interacting with the external environment using this instrument of the body. and these different parts with different functions to perceive and sense. As a master, the soul can choose how to operate these instruments, the sense organs. The operator, soul, can choose how and what to see through these eyes, and what to taste and speak through the mouth, how and what to listen through the ears, and how and what to touch. The operator is the one running all these. This conscious being is using the medium of these sense organs, these five senses, to interact with the world around. The information that we receive through these organs is perceived in the mind and is the basis of the thoughts and emotions that are being created in the mind. And this interaction of the information received from the external world through these doors, through these entrances, is perceived by the soul. And that becomes that acts as a trigger for the thoughts that are being created, in the mind. Whatever we see through the eyes gets registered in the mind, is perceived by the mind, and that information triggers thoughts, thoughts which can be positive or negative. So this information and the interaction with the outside world is what we need to pay attention to, because this information creates different kinds of thoughts, triggering on the screen of our mind. The soul, as the operator of these senses, does have a choice to how to use these instruments for its benefit, to keep itself protected from the pollution outside, to keep the mind clean and pure by preventing the pollution from entering within. How do we train the mind to keep itself free from pollution? Everything that we are seeing from the external world is passing through this filter. Filter of the mind, filter of the experiences before it's perceived by the soul. All the senses give us the information. Perceiver, the soul, can choose what filter to use to protect itself or to cause harm when the filter is not the right one. That is, everything that we see is taken in with this filter of the mind. Before it becomes an experience, a perception for the self. In today's busy mechanical world, we most often don't even bother to check if we are using the right filters. On the contrary, the filters of negative thinking, criticism, comparison dominate in our day-to-day life. That is why we end up with all sorts of negative and draining energy in the self. So let us choose this happy energy and positive attitude filter and see how it affects the mind, how it affects the inner being when we choose the right filter, how we can keep it protected from the pollution outside. It doesn't matter what kind of situation or hardship might be happening in the outside world, but when our inner filter for the mind is powerful, like this protective filter, the HEPA filter of happy energy and positive attitude. Using this filter, we process all the information that the inner being is receiving through this positive filter. We can filter out the negativity, the eyes may be seeing something gross. When we use this filter of the mind, we can master the art of seeing positive and seeing the benefit in every situation. The same way, when we hear something, we have an option to filter that which is not right, that which is waste, like gossip, like commenting on others. We have the option to filter it out, to not let that pollution enter our mind by using this filter of only listening to happy things and only listening and absorbing or taking into the mind what is positive about others. That is to see and appreciate the speciality in others and to filter out the gossip which is useless. When the soul is aware of being the operator, these filters can be used effectively. Similarly, can use this filter of positive attitude with every source of information the soul receives from the external world. Whatever we are perceiving has to be screened by this filter. Anything that is not positive, anything that is not happy, cannot bypass this filter and enter our mind. If we choose to, we as masters of our mind can choose how to protect it from negativity. At every moment and every interaction with the world, we have an option to use the right filter to see the positive and happy outcome in everything. This way, we keep our mind pure and clean, and keep it free of the pollution of wasteful and negative thoughts, of thoughts about others, of useless thoughts about things of the world can be stopped from entering our mind. We can make it as a sacred space where we are experiencing our true inner beauty and are able to bring benefit to others by keeping this elevated, happy, and positive attitude. We can help others by filtering out the waste and negative, because whatever is in our mind, that's what we radiate to the outside world through these senses. We radiate that pure, peaceful nature through this body, in our actions, in our words. So this happy, elevated, and positive attitude not only protects my mind, not only protects me, but also is helpful for those that are around me. It helps and heals others in my family, my friends, and everyone around me can benefit with this protective filter. So let me use this filter for one day and see how it helps me. So let us try using this filter of positive attitude to keep our mind pollution free. And we have so many circumstances during the day that we can choose to use these and keep our mind pollution free. Hope we all take benefit of this. And thank you and Om Shanti. We'll see you again for tomorrow's meditation.